Well, day 3.
There's a big antelope right over there.
Those muzzies did a number. The camera itself has an internal doubler.
Not the best of luck. We got another flat.
Okay, so just came down from the last day of the hunt, last evening. Now it's time to get camp packed out. I thought it'd be a perfect time to show what's in my bag. I'll just basically unpack my bag and show you how I use this this bag. This is a Badlands ox frame. You know, a lot of people aren't probably going to day hunt with this, but just the type of country that I'm in, knowing that there's a really good probability that I'm going to be having to pack a lot of meat up or down or over a long distance, I just decided on this particular trip that I wanted to have the ox frame with me, just because of the possibility of the sheer amount of weight that I'd be carrying. So I brought it in with me with the sacrifice, and I'll show you in a little bit how I pack everything with me. But this is basically what I took with me every day on this hunt. It weighs about 20 pounds, I would say, with the bow tethered to it. Sometimes I have the bow on it, sometimes I don't. Basically the bow's just on with those two buckles there. Obviously I carry my Nikons with the bino system. I like this dead downwind system. I've kind of modified it a little bit just to take some of the things off of it that I don't normally use. This trip, because it is big country, I've got the 12x42s, the Nikon Monarchs work really well for this. Because of the weight issue, I didn't bring in a spotting scope, because also I have my video camera that with my doubler lenses and everything, I can actually reach out there farther than I can with my spotting scope and film at the same time. So I opted to just use the camera for that to save weight. First I'll go these side pockets. Usually I'll have my sharpener and my knife, outdoor edge flip and zip. If you guys haven't seen this or used this, it's awesome. This is a Solo Hunters one. They were nice enough to put our logo on it. And then also you got the zip blade right there. Works great for caping out and everything. I don't gut an animal anymore. I just take the hide off and take the meat all from the outside, and then reach in and get the tenderloins. But for taking the cape and everything, that blade is awesome. The saw, I don't pack out bones, so I debone everything, and then after I cape the deer off, just take the saw and cut the rack off. Pretty simple. So this is called the Flip Zip Knife Saw Combo from Outdoor Edge. Pretty sweet. And then just a sharpener. That's it. I always bring rubber gloves. This just happens to be a Primos brand. I mean, sometimes I'll just bring latex gloves, just because there's not always water close by, and I like to be able to keep my hands clean and all that kind of thing. It just makes it a little more convenient back and forth. The other side, probably have a rangefinder and some paracord, just in case, you know, I've got to strap some stuff to the outside if I get something down. But the main thing is, the reason why I bring this ox is, if I'm out hunting and I get something down, I don't want to have to come back to camp to get my pack. You know, a lot of guys will just bring a day pack. I just want to pack the frame with me all the time. That way I can have everything that I need with me. And as soon as I get that animal down, I can break him down, get him all boned out, put on the pack, and get back to camp. I really like the style of this pack. It's kind of an open style. There is a bag that comes with it, but I opted to go with just the ox frame for a couple of reasons. Let me lay this down here. Opens up nice. I can lay everything right on top. I've got my Traverse hoodie in case it gets cold. I've got my Contour light. Works good if there's a light rainstorm, or if the winds just come up and just start cutting through you. This is a wind shirt that works awesome. But the Traverse is really kind of my favorite deal. Obviously I'm filming my hunts, so I've got a lot of weight that some guys might not have. You know, guys pack in tripods for their spotting scope. This probably is a little big for what I need. That's a carbon fiber frame tripod. Because of the cameras that I use, they're small cameras. Just keep this small bag to keep everything protected with all my lenses and everything inside there. Got my carnivore game bags. These bags I actually used last week on my antelope, but they're a lightweight, you know, non-polyester. I think they're actually a nylon, kind of like a silk. This is the camp meat bag, which I use for cape, for my cape if I'm going to cape the animal. If I'm not going to cape it, then I'll put in the tenderloins and the back straps in there. So those are really an awesome little game bags that can be reused over and over again. Lightweight, nice and convenient. You know, Ted did a really good job with the packaging and everything. I really like that bag. Next I have just this is kind of my everything bag. Because the aux frame is kind of wide open, there's really no bags with it, so I just bring this bag. I always carry my water filter with me, extra water bottle, you know, so I can make sure that I've got at least a liter of water with me. Got some breakfast. This is actually oatmeal and shoot. This is actually oatmeal and protein shake kind of mixed together, and I just pour some water in there, mix it up, and drink it out. I have my Cliff Bar, so that's just what I keep in that everything bag is my lunch for the day, water, any of those types of things that I'm going to be needing, and it just fits nice down in there. I've got my sneak shoes. Inside there I keep my little bottle of Dead Downwind. This is just a 12-ounce bottle. I use the packets refills because it cuts down on weight when I'm packing in. I can just pour that in here and fill this bottle with any water. So that's basically it. All this garbage, it totals up with the bow on the pack about 25 pounds. Packing a deer out, I can take my camera bag and my bow and tether some of this stuff to the outside, but I could probably get a fully boned deer on here and still lash some of my other stuff and carry my bow and my camera bag, and I could probably do a pretty good job of getting that deer back to camp by myself in one trip. So that's the nice thing about the aux, is you really got the ability to pack a lot of weight.